6 begins right now.
I am not here to build a shiny new building, simply to build a new building. I am here because what we have is inhumane and borderline unconstitutional.
And thanks for joining us tonight. We are coming up on 5 years since a Dane County study said the jail needed to be updated with, quote, due haste because of the risk for liability and poor conditions.
But today, about 365 people are still housed on floors 6 and 7 of the city county building. Naomi Coles is outside there tonight. Naomi?
This is hung up at a county level once again, now thanks to a $23 million increase over and above the $148 million already approved. It's now been almost 5 years since that study that told the county they needed to get residents out of the building quickly. Now Sheriff Calvin Barrett is considering pricier alternatives for safe housing.
Some of them are 8-person cell blocks, some of them are 4-person cell blocks.
5 years is not, in my opinion, due haste when it comes to closing a building that we all agree is inhumane and not safe.
County supervisors have long been split on the Dane County Jail Consolidation Project. It would close these outdated jail floors of the city-county building and consolidate all 3 jail locations into one new facility.
Delays and deviations from this plan continue to threaten the health and life of those living, working, and volunteering within our city-county building.
Last week, 3 supervisors voted against the extra $23 million. They said it was because they didn't have all the information needed and because they wanted other options exhausted first for lowering the jail population.
I've been struggling with what to do. I've seen the jail. I've been in it. It's not a good place.
The independent group calculating these costs for the county attributes the $23 million estimated increase entirely to the pandemic. Now, Sheriff Calvin Barrett says he's forced to research far more costly temporary options. Topping the list, sending the 365 people that the CCB can house to other counties.
That is money that is going to be on the burden of us as taxpayers to be paying that, and that money has no return back to us.
A solution that comes with a hefty $13 million a year price tag, a tag that doesn't even include massive extra transportation and labor costs.
It really comes down to what price do we put on humanity?
For the alternative housing plan, the sheriff would not need the county board's approval. That extra $23 million for the jail consolidation project, that passed a committee on a close 4-3 vote last week. It goes now this Wednesday to the Finance Committee before being forwarded to the full county board for debate.
Naomi, thank you. Another developing story tonight. State Republicans plan to launch another investigation of the 2020 election. Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu announced this afternoon GOP leaders will authorize the Senate Elections Committee to probe election administration following the release of the election audit this past Friday. That report did not find any widespread fraud in the state, but did offer some recommendations for the State Elections Commission to consider. This is on top of the GOP-sponsored taxpayer-funded election investigation already underway. Today, a judge has set a December 23rd hearing on whether to block a subpoena demanding records from the Elections Commission. Earlier this month, former state Supreme Court Justice Michael Gableman sent subpoenas to the commission in 5 Democratic-leaning cities demanding election records and ordering officials to appear at interviews.
Turning things over to weather now after a rainy end of the weekend. The next few days are looking pretty much like copy and paste. Let's check your certified most accurate forecast now with meteorologist Dana Fulton.
We are expecting very fall-like temperatures to wrap up October. It feels like fall outside. I actually had to grab the jacket. Gary might even need a jacket in this kind of weather. Sunset was just a little bit ago. Still have a few clouds hanging on in the sky. The skies will be partly cloudy overnight. Temperature-wise, we are in the mid-40s, so we have already pulled back about 5 degrees from where we were at for our afternoon highs. So once the sun sets this time of year, things do cool down quite quickly. 50 still in Jadesville, 48 at Mineral Point, very similar to where we were at this time yesterday, just a degree or 2 warmer. Now, our Doppler track has been quiet for the last few hours. We did see a few light showers very early this morning. In general, much of the rain today has been closer to Milwaukee, and those showers from the weekend moving well off to the east. Tomorrow, plan on partly sunny skies, cool temperatures in the mid-50s for afternoon highs, which is right where we should be for the end of the month. But there is going to be a little bit of rain before we get to Halloween weekend. We'll take a closer look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes.
A brief scare today at Stoughton High School. It was put on lockdown around 10:20 this morning after school officials say police told them about an armed person near the campus. All outside doors to the building were locked, and teachers locked the doors to their classrooms while classes continued. The lockdown was lifted about an hour later, but there was some confusion. Stoughton PD tells us the person was already in custody before they contacted the school, and the person was not near school grounds. Police say the district misinterpreted the information that was provided.
And the school district of Janesville says it was hit with a ransomware attack over the weekend, locking students, staff, and parents out of several web-based systems and programs. The district's IT team contacted the state's cyber response team, the FBI, and the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, and officials say they have not received a ransom note indicating demands to unlock the servers at this point. Happening right now, a Kenosha judge holding a hearing whether a use of force expert can testify at Kyle Rittenhouse's trial for shooting 3 people during protests last summer. The trial will begin next Monday. Rittenhouse's attorneys are seeking testimony from the expert to bolster their case that Rittenhouse acted in self-defense. Prosecutors have asked the judge to disqualify the expert, arguing his expertise is in police, not civilian, use of force.
In today's coronavirus headlines, the 7-day average for new daily cases in Wisconsin is still below the 2,000 mark. This as Dane County remains the only county in the state to be in the high category of transmission. The rest of the state is in the very high or critically high level. Moderna is touting the trial results of its vaccine for school-aged children. The pharmaceutical company says the trial showed smaller doses generated a strong immune response in children ages 6 to 11. More than 4,700 children participated. Moderna says the kids' antibody response kicked in 1 month after the second dose. The company plans to submit their results to the FDA. And tomorrow, the FDA will be meeting specifically about the Pfizer shot for kids to weigh a potential emergency use authorization of its vaccine for children ages 5 to 11. Pfizer claims its vaccine is nearly 91% effective in preventing symptomatic infections in elementary school-aged children. If approved, we will have a closer look at when it could become available in the Madison area coming up tonight at 10.
Well, new research shows many people are sicker now than they were before the pandemic. Officials at UW Health say that may be because it has gotten in the way of many people's routine care and appointments. Experts say the combination of delayed preventative care and the stress of the pandemic led to an incredibly high number of people seeking care now. Additionally, according to a new survey conducted by the UW, the percentage of anxiety disorders was 3 times as high than it was pre-pandemic, and reported cases of depression were 4 times higher. Well, the final speed reductions on Madison roads are coming this week as speed limits on portions of Cottage Grove Road will be lowered today.
This is all a part of the city's Vision Zero program, which is an initiative to help reduce speeding on some of Madison's most dangerous roads. Our Brad Hamilton spoke with an official with Vision Zero on how they feel the program is going. Brad?
The city official Jeremy Nash says that they do believe the Vision Zero program is showing signs of working, but he knows there is a long way to go to get to their ultimate goal of eliminating traffic deaths related in Madison by the year 2030. The program is in its final phase of speed reductions for this year, reducing speeds on portions of Cottage Grove Road, a stretch of road from Drexel to Highway 51, and again a stretch of road on 51 to Flora. Nash shared his thoughts on Vision Zero's progress.
Overall, the first year, Vision Zero has been very promising and very great. We've received a lot of support and a lot of really good feedback, and kind of had some opportunities to try out some things and kind of learn from our experiences. So overall, it's been very great.
All of these final speed reductions will be set at 5 miles per hour, and we also reached out to the mayor's office for an interview or comment on today's story, as she has been a big part of this initiative, but we did not hear back. Reporting live in Madison tonight, Brad Hamilton, News 3 Now.
Brad, thank you. Next at 6, a $43 million mixed-use project on Madison's south side getting underway today. Now, the project at South Park and Cedar Streets will include 150 mixed-income apartments and space for 24,000-square-foot grocery store. The neighborhood was at risk of losing a major grocery store and becoming a food desert. The apartments will include 30 supportive units, the most affordable and accessible apartments designated for those with disabilities or veterans, and construction will begin immediately. Should be ready in a year and a half.
Still to come tonight, a Madison mother is calling for action.
Could an ongoing staffing shortage be impacting your child's education? That story next.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sheesh Raval with the Ortho Team Clinic at Stoughton Health. We hope you can join us for our upcoming event on shoulder pain relief.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites and always a smile.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Well, welcome back. Black gold continuing its spectacular recovery. Oil topping $85 per barrel today for the first time in 7 years. That marks a 13% jump in oil prices this month alone and a 120% rise since this time a year ago. The average price Americans are paying for a gallon of gas now stands at $3.38. A Madison mom calling for action, telling our team a staffing shortage at the school district is leaving her daughter without the resources she needs in class.
We are respecting the mother's request not to name her daughter out of fear of bullying. Leah Lynchide looked into this problem statewide and how a local college hopes to help.
I'm gonna fight and go to war for my babies to get what they need.
Andrea Amos will go on the defense for her daughter every time.
My job is to protect you from that, and I'm gonna do that by all costs.
She's a teenager, just turned 15, and loves basketball. But sometimes Andrea says the game seems stacked against her.
She wants to learn. That's her biggest thing.
Andrea's daughter is adopted and has fetal alcohol syndrome. She suffers from short and long-term memory loss. Her teachers at La Follette High are supposed to follow an individualized education program, or IEP, assigned since kindergarten.
She's supposed to have a person with her to help her understand the directions because of the sensory issues.
But this school year, Andrea says her daughter has come home unhappy, claiming she wasn't receiving that help. Andrea called the school and also talked to her daughter's teacher in person. Both times she was told this.
They weren't going to be able to cover her for her IEP because they didn't have enough staff, and other kids with special needs will trump her.
We checked with the Department of Public Instruction. Under state and federal law, a student's IEP must be implemented as written. And we checked Andrea's daughter's IEP. It specifies she received 30 minutes of additional adult support in each core class.
School districts shouldn't have opened the school without all of the kids in mind.
We've seen school districts struggle to fill positions across the board, but it is especially troublesome when it comes to the shortage of teachers for special ed.
DPI's best data for determining just how short Wisconsin is on special ed teachers is the number of emergency licenses issued for the position. Last school year, public schools issued almost 1,100. That's a roughly 300% increase from the 2012-2013 school year.
They hear about the stress and anxiety and hard work of dealing in special education.
It provides a clear path to a meaningful profession.
Madison College might be part of the solution. They've created a clean pipeline for two-year students to transfer to UW-Madison with automatic admission into the School of Education as long as they meet certain milestones. The goal, to entice more future teachers who might not otherwise have thought a four-year degree was for them. The Madison Metropolitan School District, meanwhile, isn't playing ball. We asked for a comment on Andrea's allegations in half a dozen calls and emails. The one response we received is that the district thought her complaint had been addressed. Andrea says otherwise.
One class she's in, she's not getting help in that class at all. Still to this day.
It leaves her wondering whether other kids with IEPs are getting the help they need too for a fair shot at school.
If I had known that she could have went through the whole school year and not had any help, and I thought they said no kid is left behind.
In Madison, I'm Leah Lynchide for News 3 Now.
If you have a consumer complaint you need help with, you can call for action anytime online. Just head to channel3000.com/call-for-action to file a report. Still ahead at 6, coming off their win yesterday, a major hit to the Packers offense. We'll tell you who has landed on the COVID list.
But first, we'll get a look at your complete forecast for the work week. Meteorologist Dana Fulton will rejoin us next at 6.
When the leaves start to fall and the nights get cooler, you know it's sofa season. Steinhoffels has a sofa to fit every style and budget. A sofa for the big game, a sofa for catching up, a sofa for cuddling. During Steinhoffels' Falling Prices sale, every sofa, every bedroom, every dining room, and more, it's all on sale. Steinhoffels has the largest selection of in-stock furniture and all the best brands of mattresses. It's the Falling Prices sale, only at Steinhoffels and steinhoffels.com.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. When it comes to saving money, the Marshalls are masterful. But back in the day, that was not the case. Today, savings is what drives them. That's why they chose Consumer Cellular.
You live and learn.
They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. Plus, AARP members get exclusive discounts. Switch today and get $100.
The house before you, over 30 years old, still has its original window. It's bone.
Folks, there's no need to be afraid of old windows. Just call Feldco for 50% off.
Right now at Feldco, get 50% off windows. Plus, no interest for 1 year.
50% off ends Halloween. Hurry, call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
The holidays are doubly important this year, so make your celebrations doubly special with our award-winning cave-aged Maurice cheese. Pick and save. Hey, you're right, we can't stop now. Let's take the special up a level with fresh, never frozen prime beef. Still not special enough? Add some surf to that turf with our sustainably caught seafood. Turn your taste buds up to 11 and have a doubly special holiday with Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
What is all this?
We call them options.
Options? Don't make me laugh.
Unbeatable selection without the drama. 2 pair plus a free eye exam as low as $59.95.
Well, right now, those showers that passed through over the weekend now well off to the east. That same line bringing very strong thunderstorms, several tornadoes in southern Illinois and Missouri. Now it's bringing a few watches along the east coast. So quite a line, quite a strong storm. That's the east coast. The west coast also dealing with quite a system, bringing a lot of precipitation, a lot of rainfall passing through, now transitioning to snow for much of Nevada, where they could see several feet of accumulation for some areas. Very different story for us right now, nice and dry after what was a rainy Sunday, now turning into a little bit of a cloudy evening for us. Temperatures in the mid-60s right now for Madison. Today we did see 50 degrees, so we've already started to cool down since sunset. And overall for the next several days, we're expecting seasonably cool temperatures. So that extends through the work week, the weekend, and into the following week for us for the start of November. A little more sunshine for your Tuesday. Likely going to see a little bit of sun for early in the day Wednesday before rain chances build in for the back half of the work week. Temps overnight will fall to the mid to low 30s. For Tuesday afternoon, we'll have sunshine and high temperatures in the mid to low 50s thanks to that breeze. Keeping things pretty comfortable outside. Won't be too chilly for us for Tuesday. Wednesday, a little more cloud coverage builds in. Notice during the day, it's likely going to stay dry, but we have a little bit of rain rotating right along the western edge of the state. That'll start to build in overnight into Thursday. This is blocked off to the west for much of the overnight hours, but early Thursday morning builds in, and we'll have scattered showers throughout the day on Thursday into early Friday morning before the rain shifts off to the east during the day on Friday. For tomorrow, high temperatures in the mid-50s. This is right where we should be for the end of October, so it does feel quite seasonable outside. Feels like fall, and with that breeze and the rain transitioning through yesterday and by the end of the week, and it's starting to look a little less like fall. The wind and the rain knocking down a lot of the leaves that we've had up. There's still plenty for us in Dane County and through most of southern Wisconsin, but that's likely going to change a little bit again with a few more rain chances in the 10-day. Seasonable temperatures, this is our average line extending through the week, and you can see we're just right along it. Next week, it does get a little cooler, a little below average, but it's not too much of a drop for us. Still stays pretty close to that line and that trend for the start of November. Mid to upper 50s through the weekend. We have rain chances developing Wednesday night, and for Thursday will be a little more soggy outside. The showers will end early Friday morning, and we're back to sunshine for the weekend. Halloween weekend, it'll be cool outside for Sunday, but thankfully it should stay nice and dry for Saturday and Sunday. Looking ahead to the following week, the start of November, we're going to hold on to that dry pattern and see temperatures trending just a little below average of the 40s for afternoon highs, and overnight lows will stay close to 30.
And coming up in sports, Leo Chanel getting some love from the Big Ten Conference. The word Jim Leonard used to describe his linebackers' play. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Your eyes are everything. They're how you see the world and connect with others. At Shopko Optical, your eyes are everything to us too, which is why we offer everything to help you see better and look better. A huge selection of designer frames, convenient locations, and experienced optometrists. We're Shopko Optical. You'll see. Right now, get 35% off lenses with the purchase of any frames.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Introducing the best deal in mobile. Unlimited on 2 or more lines for just $29.99 a line. All on a nationwide 5G network that provides the best overall experience and reliability. Call 844-677-2999.
Unlimited for $29.99. This offer's gonna take off.
We changed the rules when we introduced mobile with no contracts, no added taxes, and no hidden fees. And now we're doing it again, making it easier to get unlimited for less with our best deal ever. Get unlimited from Spectrum Mobile for just $29.99.
That's amazing.
It's the best deal in mobile.
Join the millions who've switched and get the best deal in mobile. Unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included for just $29.99 and save up to 60%. Call 844-677-2999. Click SpectrumMobile.com or visit a store near you.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers And the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Tomorrow morning, we're in the 608 with a Halloween display that's sure to shiver your timbers.
We'll talk to the masterminds behind this motley crew of ghost pirates.
And shivering temperatures could be on the way. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
The cards were already stacked against the Packers a little bit with a short week and a cross-country flight. But now Thursday's game in Phoenix just got a whole lot tougher. Defensive coordinator Joe Barry has tested positive for COVID-19, and the Packers have placed Devontae Adams on the reserve COVID-19 list. So for them to return to the team, they'll need 2 negative tests 24 hours apart.
It's hard to plan for the unknown, but I think that just our process, I think that gives you confidence that no matter what you encounter, that you'll be able to come up with a good plan to help, just navigate through whatever adversity we have to go through.
Another week, another dominating performance from Leo Chenal. The Badger inside linebacker spent his Saturday in the Boilermaker backfield. Chenal finished with 9 tackles, 5.5 tackles for loss, and a career-high 3.5 sacks, which earned him the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week honors. And his production, well, that's something Jim Leonard loves to see.
He's hot, and as a coordinator, it's my job to continue to find opportunities for him to just be aggressive and get downhill, and it's really cool to see a guy just elevate his game, which he was already playing at a high level. And we got a lot of guys playing extremely well, and when you can stand out in that group, you're doing some good things.
Chenal wasn't the only Badger honored by the Big Ten. Colin Larsh was named the conference's Special Teams Player of the Week for his performance on Saturday. Against Purdue, the senior kicker made all 3 of his field goals and all 3 of his extra points to score 12 points for UW. The award is his first of his career. And after 30 years with the Brewers, longtime coach Ed Cedar has announced he's retiring. Cedar spent 14 seasons on the Brewers coaching staff, serving as the first base coach and then the team's third base coach. And this year he was an advisor to the staff. Cedar called his run with the crew a great ride. In other Brewer news, Willie Adames and Omar Narvaez are finalists for the National League Silver Slugger Award. Dana, it's starting to feel like football weather out there.
I know. It's really lining up for us. It's a good day to maybe just stay inside and have some hot cider. I'm a hot cider person over hot chocolate. That's my go-to. Eric is shaking his head at me. All right, so I guess we're all hot chocolate instead of hot cider. I take back what I said. It's trying to give a good suggestion. Sorry, guys.
This
Drink
is
whatever.
Hockey weather, not football weather.
It's not that cold yet. No. Partly sunny skies tomorrow, mid-50s for afternoon highs, mid to upper 50s heading into the weekend. Our next chance for rain will be Wednesday night into Thursday. Thursday, a little soggy outside with scattered showers through the day. Likely still seeing a few lingering showers early Friday morning before we're in a dry trend for Saturday and for Sunday. That is Halloween on Sunday. It is going to be cool outside, but thankfully should be dry. Temperatures will be in the mid to low 50s for afternoon highs. Overnight lows will be in the 30s as we look ahead to next week.
Dana, thank you.
We'll see you back here at 10.